Welcome to my screencast on economics for my third grade class, social studies. The overall goal was for the students to research productive resources within a group and put together a business plan based on a product that they were going to sell and write independently, write a persuasive page about why we should buy, why consumers need their product, and collectively write a script and then film a commercial to advertise their store, their business. The content standards that we used were productive resources, the entrepreneurship. They need to conduct their research projects, use text features and search tools. We do that every day. And persuasive writing. Collectively, they were creative, they constructed knowledge, applied their existing information to generate new ideas and products. They used all types of media and digital tools to gather and evaluate and use that information collectively. We differentiated by student interests, and we also, once the students were in their groups, I was able to identify who needed the scaffolding through teacher support or graphic organizers, vocabulary with word banks, text complexity, different level DRA books that went along with economics. We also have online support through a portal that I have with links to economics sites. And then extension, we have business partners and have them be able to hear the presentations of the groups and then stay in touch and share information when they were at their school or blog on a wiki, so the students were able to bring their product, their actual presentation out into the community and have that connection to make it more meaningful. A checklist, all the students, so they know what I expect of them while they're in groups, and they are so used to this now that school's almost over. They're very self-monitoring. Their business plan, there's a checklist, and I would compare the list to their notes, and that's one way formatively I would assess to see if they had the information that they needed. And then they had to also have a comprehensive business plan, which collectively showed independent notes, and then they had to put it together, and it had to make sense. And that was really hard, and to do that, to take individual information and evaluate, okay, which information do we need, and put it together, and then create new products and use that information that they learned to present and collect, make new things. That's really using higher order thinking. Another assessment at the end, summatively, I have is for this performance task is the rubric for their actual storefront or their online store. And through the presentation and through interview, I was able to tell if they met these learning goals. These are a few of the sites that the Web 2.0 tools that we used. I have a portal that has all the standards for supports learning for all standards, but we start with Little Red Hen. It's a very familiar story, builds a very strong text to world a connection for the students in the beginning of the unit, and then from there we go into the other resources, the vocabulary here, and these are interactive with pictures and real life situations. This supports a lot of ESOL students and really good for our lower readers. We also have the leveled books that are read aloud through the curriculum themselves. Let's see, the Padlet at the end, when the students had to present their websites or their stores, the students would give feedback typing on Padlet. That was really fun that the kids could share with families at home. We would upload everything to their wiki. Here's a sample website, and as you see, they had to creatively show me that they understood what the terms meant and if they really understood the basic content by showing me in their own words and in their own thinking, that they understood at a deeper level what economics is. They also created videos, and they would upload to Vimeo. I don't have real picture release forms so I'm not sure whose could be out there shown on the internet like this. So I didn't want to, because it's very locked down. So I didn't want to present those. Writing, persuasive writing. This is the rubric that we use, the state, but we use this to assess their persuasive writing, in addition to the checklist that I have for when they had to make their commercials. Everyone had a job to do, and they had to follow their roles and write a script together. And some trouble was that I didn't have space on an iPad when they were recording in the past. So for this unit, I knew, let me make sure that there's enough space on definitely on the iPads. Also, sometimes the internet would be down, so a backup would be to just revise and edit our writing or script, or practice a little more, practice presenting, and actually finding ways to extend our unit, and having our business partners share with us any suggestions or feedback that they'd have from their real life stores. I hope you really enjoyed my screencast on our economics lesson plan. Thank you.